Good day, Barry Drennan here, Fairbairn H2H. Just going to be messing around with a little bit of stuff here. Basically, we talk to sometimes about like how did you train today, or how do you train, or what kind of stuff. And of course, Bob here is everybody's friend. We all get to kick the crap out of Bob, and he gives us wonderful things that we can't, especially in the land of COVID, that you can't work with other opponents and stuff. But Bob is always handy. So one of the things I do, I talk about shooting from obtuse angles. Offline, this type of stuff. See, I'm not a big guy. I'm 5'7". I'm a little fuller, and when I work with big guys, or actually in real life with big guys, meaning actual fights, I don't get the benefit of just standing there and toe-to-toe powering to people, because most of them can knock the crap out of me if they actually contact me. So when I get hit, I move. Not willingly, I move because of the impact. I have low inertia compared to a 230-pound guy, which has been the case in some situations. So when this person hits you, or when he moves, or he slabs you, grabs you, you move, you know. So we throw that into also a concept that's brought out very often, the fact that in a knife situation and other situations similar to it, you've got to be moving 3 feet at a time. You've got to be moving around so that you don't get caught. And the other thing, of course, is that you want to be able to have some form of retaliation that you can bring into the game. So you can't just be moving around and just be like a rag doll for the people to, because it won't be long before you'll be asleep in a rag doll. So it doesn't work that way. So you've got to be able to get in there, deliver injuries as fast as possible, maintain your aggression, even though real life is going to have you moving all over the goddamn place, and at the same time, very likely being manhandled or hit by a second opponent, or, you know, God, who knows what's going on, and suddenly a knife comes into play, who knows what the hell's going on. But the point being is that you've got to be aware of all that stuff. So if I train straight on to Bob all the time, and this is Bob, and I go Bob, and every time I fight anybody, I fight Bob, and it's straight in front, we're together like we're in a boxing match doing a stare down. I think that's complete bullshit. I'm going to be in a very different position than I guarantee you, either by will or by force, meaning somebody forces me to move. I'm going to be moving around, because I gotta take advantage of being small and get in under the radar and get around behind and all this kind of shit, you know. Best place to fight a guy's from behind. So the circumstances means obtuse angles. So if I shoot like this, that's fine. That's okay. And you may have that because, you know, you're not going to be bizarre the whole time. But if I get hit and I'm over here, bang, then I want to be able to come up here and make that shot. Bang! And I want to make it decisive. Bang! And the same token, I want to come up in the neck. Bang! So that's not up here to his neck. That's down here. Bang! So I know that I can make that shot. I know how to recognize the target and make that shot. I know how to move into it. Bang! And I make that shot. And so I practice technique from moving around at all times. So whether it's down on the ground, because I've been knocked down, and I have to get up again, I'm getting up off the floor, bang, bang, bang. I have to be able to get those angles. If it's a situation where he's aggressing a friend or a family member, I may need to come in from the side. Boom! But the problem here, and this is what we start learning from the obtuse angles, if I go up to the solar plexus and I'm offline and I'm too far back, in order to make that shot, I can hyperextend the elbow over the fulcrum of his body. And you don't want to hurt yourself during a fight. Bad enough they're going to hurt you, you don't want a volunteer injury. So I have to know that from here, right where I'm standing now, I cannot do the solar plexus. I'm going to risk over hyperextension. I might get it, I might not. I might risk hyperextension. Why risk what you don't need to risk? But step forward just a little bit, and it's in. So I know on my angles, 30 angle, it's in. Back, forget it, something else. But look, liver now. So as I move around obtuse angles, bang, bang, you know, bang, I can then understand the angle with reflection to my angle. The angle of how I have to deliver the injury, and the angle from which I have to throw it. And as I do this, I have to recognize how the different targets start to come around. So if I'm lucky, okay, and I smack him, bang, and he turns away, I smack him, he goes, ugh, like this, then he presents the kidney. goes bang, and then he presents, and then bang, the next target comes up. I have to be able to know how to hit those from where I am and what it is. So this is what I mean by shooting from an obtuse angle and training from offline. It's, I think, a very important thing because, as I say, my personal experience with real fighting is, I don't mean in a boxing ring or something like that, though it's pretty much the same, but in real life out in the street, it's a highly dynamic thing. It changes really fucking quick. And you can be, you know, find yourself all over the goddamn place. God forbid you fall over a flower pot or something. Anyway, that's what I want to talk about that, okay? So try to keep these things in mind because when it comes to training, you got to train for the worst thing. I heard a thing one time, it's beautiful. The last technique you train again is the first technique they'll use.